Welcome to Silicon Scoop, where we dive into the latest tech news impacting the world. Join John Irwin and the Startup Coach as they explore the tech news that matters to you. Stay ahead, stay informed, and now on with the show.
LAUFT is all about flexibility and convenience for users. And you've talked several times about talking to your customer. And this is obviously a trend in startups, getting that customer-centered feedback and always iterate. How do you ensure you stay focused on solving customer problems rather than your own problems?
Yeah, great question. Fundamentally, what we do internally as a team is we only focus on the experience. And I know that seems like, it just seems so nebulous. You could just say, let's focus on experience. But what that means for us is, what is the experience for a client to experience LAUFT, like when they come into a LAUFT, right? What was that booking experience like? What was it like when they came on site? What was it like when they left LAUFT, right? What was it like when they were looking for a co-working space and, they went on our social media as an example. And I think if you focus on the experience, it automatically puts you in that mindset that we were talking about with strategic partnerships, is what problem am I solving for you? Like, what am I doing for you first? And then, if we're able to deliver on that, then everything else sort of takes care of itself. So, when we were taking client feedback, it was because, how was that experience? What would have made the experience better, right? What would help you? What service would you like in this LAUFT? And maybe someone is saying, it'd be great if I could get my car detailed, right? Well, then guess what? We're driven to go and find a partner who can come in and say, okay, well, if I set up next to a LAUFT, I can detail cars when people are working at this store. Or if we think about experiences, someone would just say, well, we're having meetings at LAUFT and, we love catering options. Well, we can go and find the partners that are next to us and say, we have people that would want this. And as long as we focus on experience, I think we really are being responsive to what's on the ground in front of us, right?
Very true. Yes.
Everything is a leap or a lesson. This is a phrase that someone had said to me, someone close, and it really resonated because, even in the challenges, right, or you're going to learn something, right? Even if it isn't a leap forward, but it's something where you feel like, oh, I'm sitting in the pain, it's going to be a lesson. And then you'll have your leaps. And these will be the things that feel great. And all of a sudden you'll say, wow, we won the government contract. Like, this will move the needle. That's amazing. But everything has value, right? Don't squander it.
Where can our listeners learn more about you and LAUFT?
So our website for sure. So you can find the closest LAUFT. And I think that's the best way. Go into the closest LAUFT. We have, 7 locations, 2 downtown, where one is an event space and one is a LAUFT. Go in and talk to our team. They're amazing and very welcoming, and you get to see it and feel it. Or go to our website, www.lauft.work.
And LAUFT is LAUFT.
Correct.
And for those listening, and those links will be in the show notes if you're listening on the podcast. I really appreciate you taking the time today, Graham, and to talk to our listeners and to share some of your words of wisdom.
Thank you so much for having me, and I truly appreciate the opportunity to connect.
This has been Startup Talk, Toronto's startup podcast. For more exclusive content, the episode vault, and to be part of TorontoStarts community, visit TorontoStarts.com. Get your name on the newsletter mailing list and check out our upcoming events. For more episodes, subscribe now. And please recognize the time and work behind the scenes put into connecting you with the biggest visionaries, entrepreneurs, and innovators in Toronto by leaving a 5-star review. Join us for more next episode from Toronto's most active entrepreneur and startup community on Startup Talk.